Monday edition as we get you ready for a gigantic week of filling holes. That's what we've done. Figured out a way in which holes have been filled here. The first, of course, being what's so
what?
I'm trying to figure out what holes are being filled.
Yeah, what holes are you talking about, man? What is this? Fixing a hole?
How come I haven't been part of any of these Philly holes or holes being filled or what's going on? What are we talking about?
I was just saying, like there's been a void in your heart, Barrett Brooks, amongst others. All right. A void in your hearts out there when it comes to not being able to talk consistently and extensively about the NFL. Well, that's back. So that hole in your heart has now been filled.
Well, it's not back yet.
Well, yes. Now it goes to the second part. And here's why it's back, Harry, because Howie Roseman and the Eagles have filled another hole, which is at least addressing who the number 2 cornerback is. And that now begets conversation to the first, which then begets conversation to the second and back. So we're back. Huh? Holes are full across the board.
So Howie filled a hole.
He
addressed the need, and they got better. They're a better football team today with Steven Nelson. I'm not going to make him out to be Patrick Peterson, Deion Sanders, by the way, but he's a good player, and they needed. They had a sore need, and they got it. And he signed a 1-year deal. We still don't know what's happening with Zach Ertz. We still don't know what's happening, with the basketball team with Ben Simmons. The Phillies are 5-5 since the break, and the Flyers made a couple of moves.
Yeah. Look, but that's what all I'm saying is that stuff now.
Holes are being filled.
Well, that's what I mean. It may be more of we may lead with the Flyers if Nelson isn't signed this weekend.
Yeah, that's a problem. That would be a problem. So we have to thank Howie Roseman for getting a deal done this weekend.
I hate to do it to him, but he did something right, bro.
Yeah, he did. We got to give him credit. When he deserves credit, we got to give him credit.
I got to. I mean, he signed the second best free agent cornerback that is available right now in Nelson. And that's
to smoke that cool, relaxing Winston after a hot.
Wow. You know about that Winston.
What in the world? I want to know more about the holes that are being filled at your house.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf, those holes. What was that movie called?
Holes.
Holes.
All I'm doing is trying to introduce Steven Nelson. Next thing you know, it turns into Byron Nelson. What the hell is going on here?
Not Jordy Nelson.
Or Lindsey Nelson.
Yes. Now, okay, here's a question for you, and both of you now, because Barrett has done this countless times, and it's not about being wrong, it's about being optimistic. So it's not about owning up to anything that you're wrong about. It's just about being optimistic. Harry mentions he's not going to build up Nelson to be anybody to the level of Deion Sanders.
Right.
Who's the last guy that you did build up that was like, oh my God, they got fill in the blank, but it never turned out to be anything at all. Like Barrett sitting on the post-game show saying, you wait, they get this guy. Next thing you know, they get him, and everybody's like, all right.
Well, I was fooled, and I'll admit it, by the Nnamdi Asomugha mystique that existed out in Oakland, where I thought when they signed him, I'm like, wow, this guy is a shutdown beast. Nobody throws to his side of the field. This is going to be awesome. They're going to take away a whole side of the field with one player. And he was a bust.
When you go to,
yeah,
I was fooled.
Now, here's what I would say real quick, Brad, before you address yours. Do you notice how long ago his is? Like, that means to me, Harry has not bought into anybody since, because he's been burned once by Nnamdi. So now everybody that comes in is like, yeah, okay, screw this guy.
Everybody comes in from this point on. I hate to do it to you when this.
Yeah. I see some names being put up on the stream here. Eric Rogers says Byron Maxwell. I remember when that thing happened.
Me too.
And I had a real jaundiced eye towards that acquisition, because I'm like, why would Seattle? Seattle's what did they call that? Legion of Boom. He was part of that, and all of a sudden they're like, yeah, see you later. We're okay if you leave.
The guy that they never talked about. You had the Legion of Boom, and you had 3 guys, and then him.
Yeah.
So It's a bunch of times where they went out and got the number one free agent acquisition, and it's been a bust. You look at Alshon Jeffrey. Not saying it was a bust.
No, I mean,
but we didn't get bang for the. We didn't get after that first year. We didn't get bang for the buck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I thought he was going to be a
Super
perennial.
Bowl, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really argue with that. They did get the Super Bowl.
The last free agent sign that I say that was like the greatest sign that they've had is when they signed the bodyguard. When they got Jason Peters, I thought that was one of the best signings.
Man, that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
right.
Jesus.
Wow. That was it. I can remember Byron Maxwell the first game they played against Atlanta.
Oh,
and he was sitting there talking, and all of a sudden he turned around and he said, well, do you realize that he had this many touchdowns and over 100 some yards? He said, oh, what? And he cussed. He was like, for real?
Yeah.
He was shocked himself.
And now we got a guy that 2 of his 7 career interceptions were in one game against Carson Wentz.
Right.
Studios.